it's a juicer. I want to get this on vinyl so bad, but it's like another 500 more for the original. And there we go. That's how you intro a podcast.
How long has it been?
October last year was our last one, so many a moon, yeah, many a ween has hollowed. Dude, we both. I mean, when are you getting your Tesla? Because then we both get new cars.
Ew. This coming week.
Dude, nice.
We're gonna exchange.
Which one is it?
It is the Model 3 with the extended range. So like the 300 boy. Not the performance, the one below that.
Sick.
So it does, autopilot is now standard on all of them, but it doesn't have the full self-autonomous driving. They're like different.
What is that? Is that like...
Autopilot means it will autopilot on
the
freeway.
highway, okay.
It won't make the exits the full thing.
So there is a model that you can get that's full, like driveway to driveway.
They're not quite driveway to driveways. They're saying they're gonna roll it out this year, but it will be able to go off the highway and do like city stuff.
Do sick tricks.
And that's also the one. Like mine won't be able to. I won't be able to call it like in a parking lot and have it drive up to me.
Dude, that'd be crazy.
That's what they have now. It's just like it'll just look like
self-valet. What?
Yeah.
Do you like give it a name? You're like, Winston, over here, and it like comes to you.
I don't know, dude.
That's crazy. I actually didn't know that they had like that version coming out this year.
Yeah, and I mean it's all of the. I mean mine's a 2020.
Yeah.
So it's like brand spanking new.
Nice, dude.
But all of them have the necessary hardware. So like literally full autonomous is just a software difference.
Oh wow.
So I think it's $7,000 more.
Easy game.
Yeah, dude. But I'm pretty sure they like didn't want us to have it. Like.
Why not?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like it would help my job. Like,
if anything, you could bring a bucket with you if you had to shit, and then have the car drive. And then you're just like, whoa.
Just can't focus on even driving.
Imagine driving on the freeway in a normal car, and you like see some guy in a Tesla. Like, what are the things?
Shitting in a bucket.
Shitting in a bucket, like playing. Like chess with the passenger. Like you could do so much. I've seen people read books now, and there aren't self-driving cars. Like multiple times, I've seen people read books in like 75 mile an hour.
I mean, that's the way it's gonna be, dude.
Yeah, they're just getting ahead of the curve.
Yeah, it'll be sweet. Like I said, my favorite feature will be having it warm up before I get there.
True. Yeah. I don't think I can get remote start with a stick shift Subaru Crosstrek. I was like, oh yeah, I can't. My mom was like, does it have remote start? And I'm like, no, because it's a stick. And my dad's like, well, if you started in neutral, and I'm like, well, I mean, how does it know whether I'm parking it in gear or not? Like. I don't know. I don't know if you can have it on a... They didn't tell me it was an option when I was buying it.
I feel like it would be technically feasible, but not with the way it's like...
Like, it would have to have a sensor, like, saying it's in gear, and I try to start it, it would just be like, poof, and stall. Like, imagine. Your car just like... Or it's on a hill, and it just starts and like...
Yeah, but I think the supercharger is done down in Fishkill, so...
I don't know. Like, where is it?
It's right next to the Fishkill Gallery, or the Regal.
Oh, right there. Okay.
It's like on that
Dude,
side.
Score some Chinese buffet and charge your car, dude.
No.
Charge your belly and charge your car.
So like when you go to a Chinese buffet, do you feel like a fat, gross American?
No, because I'm committing. I'm like
people that work there, they're just like they're judging us so hard.
No.
Gorging ourselves.
No, the people that work there are all like, we're doing business. I feel like they're all like so professional. The people that are there
they seem professional.
Yeah, but no, the people that are there, I feel like I'm a tier above. Not because like I'm like, oh, I showered 2 days ago, so I'm already ahead of the pack.
Dude, the Chinese buffet is like the equalizer of society.
There's so many. It brings out every character in society.
There's no good Germans in a Chinese buffet. I'll say that.
I mean, there's so many faces. If you wanna,
it was spooky. Even the last time we were there,
I've never sat in that back room.
Yeah,
before that's a first.
That's the sketchiest fact.
They were like, "Here's the VIP room," where it, like, and it wasn't at all. And there's always children,
which is fine.
I feel like children never yell or cry in a buffet
because they can eat whatever they want.
They're getting their tendies, dude.
They got that's the child moves to get chicken tenders at a Chinese buffet.
But I mean, I always go even when I order Chinese food, like the difference between that and me going to a Chinese buffet is that I'm just getting more of the same thing I already order from a Chinese place.
Yeah. I mean, every once in a while, it's
you
fun.
gotta go sweet and sour chicken.
Obviously.
That's just like anyone that doesn't order sweet and sour chicken or doesn't like it they just don't like chicken, right? There's no exception to that rule. I mean, some kind of dumpling is a mandatory. You gotta get the chicken, you gotta get the dumpling, and then at the end you have to get the sweet bun, the sugary bun, with or without ice cream, up to you.
Sweet buns are great.
I wish they had more, like, cultural food. Like, I wish it wasn't just American Chinese.
Well,
I mean, they have a sushi bar, which isn't bad because you can literally watch the guy make it. But
I mean, it's all Americanized.
like, where's the omerice, whatever you want to call it?
It's
like they have to have some. It is very Americanized. They're just like, here's some crawdads, and there's always that guy in the corner that's just like cracking crab legs, and like, and it's just coated in fucking crab butter.
For, like seafood.
Yeah, that's Brian. I mean, we went with him, and he didn't do that, but that is him. Just sucking out morsels of crab. Ugh. Why do people even bother eating crab?
I don't trust seafood at a buffet.
Where do you trust it?
Like on the coast? Like,
what if there's a buffet on the coast? A coastal buffet.
I would trust that more than like the Fish Kill Grand Buffet.
It has fish in the name.
Distance and time.
Hudson. It has the word Hudson River in its name. No, but I feel like you have to eat at a buffet once a quarter. I feel like quarterly is like is pushing it. Buffet. You could do every other quarter, and it would be like you're going to a buffet as much as you should go to a buffet.
So, and like on buffets, I still have not been to Golden Corral.
No, me neither.
I think we should go sometime.
That's
just for the
100%. 100%. And we'll report back.
Diarrhea.
I mean, I've heard good things. I've heard good mac and cheese apparently at Golden Corral.
Ew, just like under a hot lamp.
Yeah, but that's like Boston Market, like
Boston Market's bad. They try to like they're like, oh, we're a market. Like
meat's from Boston.
Mac and cheese with like a leather crust on top.
We got
like,
mad mac and cheese
under a light bulb. No, man.
I've only gotten. I used to get takeout from Boston Market when I was younger. just like mac and cheese,
Was that
mashed
the only thing
potatoes.
they had in Saltburg?
No, it was the Boston Market that's over here by the Fishkill Plaza. It's the same.
Oh, would you get it like when you went to your dad's place?
When I went to when my dad was working there, or like dance class related ventures. But it was always mac and cheese, the majority of the meal, and then like a chicken breast or something. It was like if you went to a KFC, but I overloaded on the sides of mac and cheese.
A cooked goose.
Dude, I haven't had KFC in I don't know how long. The one that's in where you live is like the only one that I know of. So, no, there's one in Newbury, wasn't there? In the like where that plaza where Downtown Bagels was. Or no, or is that a second?
No, there was one there.
Or is that a second Kennedy Fried?
No,
That is
a
a
KFC.
Yeah.
There's one in Hopewell.
Is there?
Yep. It's like in a strip mall. It's not like a separate thing. It's weird.
Huh.
And then they don't use like the same logo. It's like the new logo. It's like Comic Sans.
Ew, what?
There's
It's like an estranged KFC.
It's like KFC, and then they like changed it to the full like Kentucky Fried Chicken again.
No, that's the one in Newbury too. Is it just says Kentucky Fried Chicken with like no Colonel picture at all?
Okay, this is gonna sound really dumb, but what I like need and want, you have those like white whales of like a product or like something. You'd be like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Like I wish I had this to enjoy.
Yeah.
Is a compendium of every single fast food restaurant with all the different iterations. Because like the franchises they pick, like there's the Burger King on Route 9 has like a rock and roll like theme.
Does it?
Yeah.
I don't.
I've never been there, but I like see it driving by. There's like guitars and stuff.
What?
Like, in, like booths, like in like a hot rod like thing. So I'm like,
So what do you mean?
Like, there has to be.
You want like a fast food superstore of the chain?
No, like just a book like documenting
a
everything.
book. I mean, it probably exists.
Documenting like all of them, like the different
No, but it probably
options.
doesn't exist. Like you probably can't find that on Wikipedia.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Someone has to be like
There-
documenting this because
Dude, there's gotta be.
They're
They're
the modern stuff. Like our McDonald's
Yeah.
is gone.
There has to be. I mean, there's documentaries about like McDonald's.
The
and stuff,
Burger
but
King that was used in the movie Super Troopers on Route 9 has since been renovated, so it no longer looks like the restaurant they go to.
And what was the bar they used? It was
Golden Rail.
Golden Rail in Newbury. Yeah.
And then the police station is the old bank building in Beacon.
True.
Spurberry Police. Fun facts.
That everyone should know, or they should be able to have the information accessible to them.
It's funny because when the movie came out, I was living in Vermont. We're like, haha, like Vermont police, but it was all filmed where I live now.
True.
In New York. Small world.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, I don't think there is. I mean, there has to be some kind of online blog.
I would hope like a WordPress, like
Yeah.
some guy has the same passion I do.
Because there is a guy that, in my YouTube travels,
Every night.
his name's Company Man, and he just like does like 10 to 15 minute
Things on like
things about companies that have mostly failed.
Yeah, dude.
Like
I
what
love that
happened to
shit.
Kmart? What happened to Chuck E. Cheese? And
I
it's
love
like
it.
they're
Dude,
so
Chuck
good.
E. Cheese is still around.
It is.
Don't
It is
throw
still
Chuck
around.
E. Cheese under the bus.
It is still around, but it's just like I would love to see a what happened to DZ from that guy. That'd be sick.
Like why? Why did it fail?
It has to be like safety regulations. That's the only thing I could think of.
I actually don't know because it's like all you needed was to, like, I guess you had to clean it, but like all you need is to like rent the space, the floor space.
I specifically remember being in there and
it
like
always smelled
a
like
kid
dirty
had
socks.
like a large soda. And we were like crawling around in the vents, and he was just like, and it just went everywhere, and everyone was just like slipping into like
Ew.
sticky soda, and like going into ball pits, and we're just like, "Ugh." It was so bad, and they just like I didn't see anyone cleaning it ever.
Yeah, like come to think of it, like was there an employee had to crawl through? And,
But it was like
disinfect
they
it?
crawled in after
They
hours. It
probably
wasn't
did.
live. They didn't do it
No.
live because they're like it's filled with children. Like
So you go like midday, it's already like tainted.
And it's like it gets ripe in there too. Like,
Yeah, it smelled like socks.
and
It
if
smelled
someone
like
threw
socks.
up, it was over. Like,
I don't know if I were to throw up situation, but I remembered I had the layout of the tubes memorized. So there was like there was 2 air vent points, and I would just like go up and be like, because there's just like it's like literally Steve. If you're listening to this, like it's like
which he is.
like the fat kid from video game camp, just like stinking up the DZ, talking about crab battle. Oh, you guys want to see this funny flash animation? Crab battle.
That's so good.
Uh,
Dude, they had some.
was sick, dude.
I remember specifically they had just like rollers that weren't like padded at all. You could like slide down.
Yeah, and you just pinch all your
I'm just
shit.
like, and then they had a slide that was like 90-degree, and you just fell and slammed your butthole like 6 feet down.
So I do have a DZ story. Luckily, I was a tiny lad, so it didn't affect me too much. But it was a vertical set of tubes. It was like the square part.
Oh wow,
like
I forgot about
square
this.
part. And like that's not safe because you could just fall down like the entire thing.
They made it like
and that's what I did.
they had high expectations of the abilities of children.
I fell, and of course, the rivets or whatever they use, they're supposed to be
they're flat
flush.
rivets. Yeah.
There was one that was like slightly sticking out. It like caught like on my eyelid. And just, like,
How?
Not like in my eyelid, just the outside.
Still though.
And it just like stripped the skin off my eye. I was like, I probably
How is
failed.
First of all, how is your face so close to like the rivets that your eyelid gets caught?
Like I said, I like fell down like 2 levels and was like.
That's scary, dude.
It was.
That's so scary.
It was raw. I don't have a scar because I think I was so young it didn't matter.
Yeah.
It was fucking.
And and yet you still have like 20/20 vision.
That's why they went out of business.
Yeah. I mean, I went to the one in the South Hills Mall, like on the rag.
That was after my time,
Dude, South Hills Mall was bumping
Dude.
back in the day.
So
It was DZ. There was a
That's
Baskin
insane.
Robbins. There was service merchandise that had
my
all the
God.
toys, dude.
Classic.
There was a media play.
Yeah, dude, the media play was there for a long
For a
time.
while. It was like one of the last
when I used to hang out there with my D-Gen friends in high school.
Yeah, you go to the media play is like
Media play
the
was
pre
still around.
FYE. Is like exactly what it was.
Still around. They had that one store that had like Japanese stuff, which I now wish was still there.
And they had like the setup was sick because they had like a cool fountain with some nice lighting.
Yeah,
Like it was a cooler mall.
it's
than
worse
the
now that
gallery.
they made it like an outside like.
Yeah, now that it's like
shopping
a
center.
fucking
It's not even good.
barn center. Yeah.
And the South Hills Cinema is gone.
Which I'm surprised. I mean, I'm not surprised. I guess they were like dollar movies
Yeah,
that were like
$2 Tuesdays.
they were out for a year.
Yeah, I think they got there in 1980 something. I found that out at work, and I was like, oh, they're gone.
Nice, dude.
So that's just sitting empty.
I don't know. What do you think's gonna happen to the whole mall?
What do you mean?
Like, do you think it's gonna be completely abandoned and demolished and something else put there, or do you think other businesses will end up coming in, or
The South Hills?
yeah?
Have you been there? And like,
No. Is it gone?
no. That's what I was.
I don't even know, dude. I
This
go to
is
the Galleria, but I haven't been to the South Hills in like a
So you've
minute.
never even driven past it?
Yeah, you drive past it on Route 9, but you can't see it from the road. You have to drive up the
You've
hill.
Never like drawn like. Never mind. It's not gonna matter because you have.
I mean, the closest I've come is like the Lowe's.
It's not. It's not like a mall anymore. They don't have like an indoor section anymore. They took that, demolished that. It's just like a strip mall. Like there's no indoors.
So the whole front is still there. Like,
I
so
mean,
not strip mall, but or is it just like a convertible mall? Is what you're saying?
they just turned it into like a strip mall.
Yeah.
or like an outlets, I guess is the technical term
Okay.
for the retail space.
I mean, that's kind of.
Yeah, but there's all the shop, like it's all gone.
There's nothing inside.
None of what you remember is there.
So it's all just
They
face.
repurposed the building, they added on to it in some spots,
Okay.
but there's no like indoor part
Okay.
anymore.
Yeah.
So it's
I might have to take a trip there then, just see,
Yeah.
see what's up. I literally like the closest I've come is driving
and there's actually
like
a lot of
next to the Dicks in the Galleria and like barely
Looking
seeing
over,
it
like,
to the left.
slowly.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, there's actually still a lot of empty space there, regardless. But
True.
no, but that's what made it charming.
No, it was definitely
They're killing everything, dude.
yeah. There was probably an arcade there that I don't remember. There was I mean, there was always an arcade in the Galleria that moved
And technically,
multiple times.
There
And there's-
still is.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
Kind of garbage.
The arcade around here was Fun Central. That was where you went for an arcade every time. And at least that's being used now for drunken mini golf. Drunken mini golf and drunken indoor golf.
They were like, "Let's add beer." Good.
And
luck,
that dude's making crazy money.
Hank.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what? I didn't even play mini golf last year.
No. I don't believe that.
I was like, "We're gonna go." You're just like, "We'll just play regular golf."
We did play a lot of regular golf.
I was just like shunned.
Join or die.
I haven't
Benjamin Frankie.
Benjamin Frankie. I haven't even done the indoor section yet.
I haven't either. So it's not like we went without you.
My 30th birthday, I want to have it at the Central. This is not a joke. This is
Dude,
a
I
declaration.
don't think I'm gonna buy King Giz tickets. I know there's a show on my birthday, but I really don't wanna. I'm going to see Chicano Batman the day before, because Chicano Batman is sick. The guy at work that I like talk to music, he's like a big Strokes fan, and he's like probably 12 years older than me. Like this punk guy that always wears like shorts and like a black hat. Cool. And he walked by my office and he was just like, whoa. And I was just like, yo, you hear the new Strokes song? And he was like, yeah, it fucking sucks. I'm like, yeah, it does. But he's a huge Strokes fan. He's like, dude, the
It's okay.
Strokes. I don't know, the new song is not good. It's not the Strokes. It's like pop Strokes.
Literally, everyone's like, the Strokes are back.
Bad. The Strokes are bad. I mean,
I just remember
we'll hear what the rest of the album looks like. Sounds like.
when the Venezuelan had her Stroke shirt on. I was just like, wow.
You're like, this is it.
Oh, man. I like indie rock.
What were we talking about just before I tangent?
South Hills Mall?
No, after that.
Arcades?
Arcades, yeah, that's it. But yeah, Fun Central. And I was so mad because, like, I immediately Googled it when I found out that it was closed. And it was like, the estate sale happened 4 months ago. And I was like, fuck. Like, I could have gotten such a sick...
I remember that because I was like,
Yeah.
in my fucked up world, I was like, I'm gonna buy one of the bumper boats. I was like, that'll be sick, dude.
Dude, that would have been so dope.
I was gonna like put it on the lake, like up at my lake house.
That would actually be so good.
And people would be like, what? And I'd just be like, just like,
And like spraying people from the shore.
just take like 3 hours to cross a
Hey, you
pond.
peed yourself. Be so good.
They sold them too. Like I looked on the auction website, I was like, wow.
They had everything there was so good. Like that's where all my arcade my arcade experience was X-Men fighting game, which is what brought me to Marvel vs. Capcom as like a fighting game. Not that I'm good at it, but I love playing it.
Yeah.
And Arctic Thunder, was that what it was called? The sled game.
Snowmobile.
Fucking sick. I love that game. I don't know what it was.
Is that had to be the same? Hydro Thunder had to be like the spiritual sequel to that.
Maybe I'm pretty sure the people that made the arcade Mario Kart were the same developers as the Arctic fucking Blast or whatever, Arctic Thunder. I'm pretty sure that. No, don't even quote me on that. That's probably not even right, but I feel like it is.
So like, yeah, fuck. What was our arcade in Vermont? I don't remember.
I mean, we had other. I mean, obviously.
I remember like where it was in the mall there.
Obviously,
like,
you have Area 51, and that's everyone's played Area 51.
All the classic games.
That sound. It's like that's like the PlayStation startup sound tier for me. Area 51,
that's like
demo
like I said,
ending.
all of the sounds like walking to a like 90s and like early 2000s arcade.
Yeah.
It's like Daytona.
Pre-DDR
And then
arcades.
And then there was the I think it was just the track sound of like skee ball or something. And it was the popcorn.
Dude,
was like,
skee ball was so good.
Big Bertha.
Oh my
throw
god.
The balls into her mouth, dude.
Big Bertha.
Dude.
Get this. So,
So
first of all,
good.
that's the best thing ever. Second of all, I know my workmates are never going to listen to this podcast, so we make fun of one of the other supervisors.
Some gossip.
One of the other supervisors and my boss, the manager. The manager makes fun of the other supervisors so much. It's so funny, and he has a small mouth. Like we're just like, oh, take a bigger bite. Oh, you can't like. And we like watch him, and he just
That's
like
horrible.
he literally can't. Like he has a small mouth, and it's so funny. And he's like, my manager's just like, this fucking guy over here looking like the guy at the fair where you spray the guns into their mouth. And I was like, that's the greatest thing I've ever heard.
That's like a hate crime.
Like water gun mouth ass. I was crying.
Oh shit. Okay, another.
That's such a Big Bertha is like, dude, I would totally get a Big Bertha in here.
Dude.
It was just like,
like, it was like, it wasn't even a good game, but it's like a staple of arcade.
it was so good.
There was the all the like coin machines where like the quarter like had to do something. Do you remember
The fucking trucks that are like, we're backloading coins.
the trucks? Do you remember?
I hate those games.
Do you remember? Yeah, they're shitty. You remember the dinosaur one?
Oh my god, that was the best. I played that so much.
That was pretty good.
Because you had to fling it into like the upper deck.
And there was like all the different
it was like,
things.
Yeah. Oh my god. Dude, the dinosaur coin game, I would totally buy one of those.
You need a lot of coins.
That's such a sick game though.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
These are all
What was it even called? Did it have
know.
a name?
It's just I can visually picture it like so well.
Because it was a gun. It was a gun fire. Like, yeah. It was so good.
They had the Titanic one. That was later though.
I never played any Titanic.
That was like after our time.
And they had like pod racing, like with the
What happened to all those?
Yeah. Dude, there's so many.
The original
middleware
Park
arcade
machine.
games. Yeah.
And then I think I did play the original Star Wars arcade at some point, which wasn't around that long.
True.
Or at least it was an early game.
Dude,
they had. That's what it was. Like in my mall arcade, they had Marvel vs. Capcom, but it was the correct machine where you could bring in your Dreamcast like memory card thing and stick it in.
No way.
Yeah.
What?
So it had like all the character unlocks.
No
and if like
way.
you had that, everyone was just like,
No way. I've never seen
yeah,
that.
dude.
What the heck?
Yep.
I missed out my entire life.
That was back in the day, man.
All I had was fucking X-Men and Simpsons, like, and I would always be Bart and just fucking bat people with the skateboard.
Obviously, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah, that too. All of those side scroller like.
Now arcades are just like Fruit Ninja. Still, I've never been to a Dave and Buster's. So
It's honestly Dave and Buster's. First of all,
I would I want to
Dave
go.
Buster's.
Someday.
Oh shit! This isn't closing. Hold on.
Dude, our beer's melting.
The Dave and Buster's. I don't know if they still have it, but I have my horse card.
Oh, for like the race
Dude,
thing?
like they have some good games and stuff, and it's only worthwhile going and eating there if you're playing games, because otherwise the food is like hyper overpriced.
Yeah.
But they had this one game. Like I like played a bunch of games, and they have Daytona, which is nice because Fun Central did not have Daytona, and I only saw it like here and there. But they have a full Daytona there, and they had, dude, horse racing. It's unbelievable how crazy you could get. They print you your own. First of all, you register. You have to register a horse, and it's like you have to choose the mare and the sire or whatever they're called. I don't fucking know. And they have crazy ass names, which is hilarious because it's like Thunder and like Mama Bolt or something. And then they mate and give you your horse that has like mixed stats, depending on like who you choose. And then you race that horse and bet on it. So it's like a double thing. But your card is like, this is your horse. It had a picture of my horse on it with like the names of its parents, its name that I personally made it, and I could like swipe back in whenever I came back to Dave & Buster's to race my own horse, and it can gain like stats and stuff. Like if I came more, it was such a good. Like how is that arcade only? I would play that online all day. All day.
Why don't you just bet on real horses?
No, I want to have the horse.
Be the horse.
That's what I'm saying. Give me a horse racing MMO. Like that's what that was. But like you had to like pay and have a card. Dude, it's like, why is that not online right
You have
now?
to like raise the horse yourself. And then...
Dude, there were training sessions. You could go to training and like feed it and shit. It was the most in-depth game I've ever seen at an arcade. And I sat down, and it took up. There was like 16 stations where people could like be on their horse, and like a huge wall that was just like the horse race, and like you had your own personal like monitor where you can like raise your horse, but the races were up on the huge monitor, and it was a fucking. I was like, they invested so much money into this horse race fucking thing.
You should see
it was
him
so
right
good.
Now. He's so excited,
dude.
about this.
If there is a horse race MMO where you can raise your own horse, sold. Specifically for the names, because they were. I have the card in my wallet, but it's like so faded that you like can't even read any of it. You can't even see what my horse looks like. It's just like a strip of silver, and I'm like, it probably won't even work.
Does it have like a bar like swipe thing?
Yeah, it has a strip, but it also had like it printed out.
There's no
my
way
horse's picture. It printed out like the names, like it was like Silver Surfer, and like it wasn't that, but it was like the names were so good, dude. It was so amazing.
How much did this cost? Like, how do they sustain this?
No, I mean, because you got your Dave and Buster's card that you like, put money on it, and I can like you don't like pay cash when you're at Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
You don't do quarters, so you have your card. So you just keep swiping, and you'd swipe, and to train and to enter a race, it was like one fee, so you didn't have to really pay a lot to like get like 15 minutes worth of content. You know, it was a pretty good bang for your buck, I think.
That seems so in depth.
No, dude, it was actually crazy. Like I really wish I knew the name. Maybe someone out there can help us find it, and I would love to have some kind of online version of that.
The Palisades Dave and Buster's has the full Mario Kart.
That's the one.
Arcade.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. That's the only one I've been to. Is the Palisades.
They have like a full.
Then that was the Mario Kart I was talking about. I think it's designed by the same people that made Arctic Thunder.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, no. Dave and Buster's. You got to give it to them that they've at least tried to keep the classic arcade going.
What do you think Dave's last name was?
It's clearly not Buster. What do you think Buster's last name was?
Dave.
It was Buster Scruggs and Dave Schwinggeist.
Buster Blaster and
Wasn't Buster the Tiny Toons rabbit? Buster and Babs. It was. Yeah. Okay. Classic.
dude, Tiny Toons. I would watch those.
Dude, Tiny Toons was a state.
The Summer Vacation movie was legitimately good.
I only have specific memories from my childhood. I know I watched every episode of Tiny Toons. I remember the beginning more than anything else. Like, we're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony. And like Elmira, where she gets like, or the vacuum cleaner. Like, I remember like specific things. Any episode, I have no clue. Same with like Muppet Babies. I was big into Muppet Babies, but I have vague flashes of like episodes.
The Muppet Babies section of my brain has been deleted. I watched it too, but I don't remember anything.
I watched all Muppet Babies, all of Tiny Toons. And that was like pre-good cartoons on Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. It was like the cusp of like, okay, they're about to get good. Because what was after that was, I mean, there's eras because,
I mean,
the era is
like Tiny Toons, that was WB stuff, so you had anime.
Yeah, but it was still on Nickelodeon.
Freakazoid.
Yeah, but I think the era is pre-SpongeBob and post-SpongeBob.
SpongeBob was a game changer.
SpongeBob changed the world. Everyone knows that.
The paradigm shifted.
Everyone knows that SpongeBob changed the world. If you make a cartoon where my dad sits down and watches it with me,
yeah, like
you know it's a good cartoon.
My dad would watch with me too.
There were 3 shows that my dad would watch with me. There was Ren and Stimpy, which I shouldn't have been watching with him because it's probably inappropriate for a 3-year-old that's watching Ren and Stimpy with my dad. There's Invader Zim, which my dad was a big fan of, which is why he was a fan of season 1 of Rick and Morty, because it had like the same kind of appeal.
That's true.
But the dislike is obviously the fan base and not the actual show. Yeah. And number 3 was SpongeBob, and the first 4 seasons are just unparalleled.
I just don't like the character Rick.
I think he's a good character. I think he's just... It's so easy to beat a dead horse with him.
It's just... I don't know. Like...
It's if they...
don't like it.
If he burps too much, it's annoying.
Well, I mean that, but it's just like, oh, like he's...
But you gotta have like...
And then it's like, oh, he ends up helping, like...
Wait, you say he's unrealistic?
No, nihilistic.
Oh, nihilistic, okay. Because I think, like...
Bleak, and
because
he's... Like, ends up helping.
But he's like the intentional realist, but like it's almost too much.
I don't even know. Is there like I watched like...
I watched season 1.
Is there like an overarching narrative to that?
I think there is...
Like actual character development?
I don't know. Because, well, I definitely think there is, at least for the kids. Because they get, like, used to going on fucking hijinks. I don't know. I'm not even gonna talk anymore about Rick and Morty because I enjoyed season 1 and 2. I believe I watched the first 2 seasons. The one where Rick gets caught and like giga jailed in like a galactic jail, and it's like, find out what happens next. And I don't remember. There's been like 3 more seasons. I don't know.
I don't know.
But season one, I'll give cred to my dad because he liked season 1. So did I. We found it at like the same time. My friend Nick, childhood friend who I played Call of Duty with every day and basketball. He was like, dude, yeah, you should check out this show called Rick and Morty. Like, and this was like mid season 1. The season hadn't even ended yet. And I was like, all right, yeah, sure. And I was like, oh, dude, this is like pretty good. Like, and there was never any talks about it online, and we were just like, dude, Rick and Morty's sick. And I showed it to my dad, and he was like, let's watch more of this. Like, we would watch it on demand, like FiOS. Like, it was so bad.
The cursed G-Bombs household.
Yeah, we had to watch like the same ad like 70 times just to watch.
Closed doors and on-demand cable. Jesus Christ.
It It was a time of my life. Let's put it like that. But
in an inverter table in the basement.
back when I played on my PC on a butt chair that rotated with my keyboard on my lap and my mouse on the top of a treasure box, a plastic treasure box with a pillow, and my mouse on that. And that's how I played all my games, like in post college era.
It was a couple of years, like
it was the Depression era. Depression era still continued.
It still
continued. It was the pure. What is it? Nadir? Is that the word I learned in high school? The absolute bottom. Nadir, I believe that's a word. So yeah, that was my.
Your nadir,
dude. When I was, there was, like I said, the other day, I didn't wash my sheets for a full year. So
a full year.
I made it like 8 months, and I was just like, well, I have to not wash them for a year now. And Brian came into my room. He was just like, "There's a musk." Like not even close to my bed, and he smelled it. So I can imagine my whole family being like,
gross,
"What is Greg doing?" Like, but they didn't say anything because Irish family doesn't say anything, and that's a rule.
That's true.
But well, no, my worst
sliding into those sheets,
dude. It wasn't bad because it smelled like me. But it was just like, it was like very potent meat. It wasn't a bad smell. It was just a smell. A schmell, like SCH. It was a big ass smell. But my mom, it was so bad. I mean, I had a number of bad days, but the worst day, I felt like I had to send out a text to my entire family being like, please
fucking kill them.
Please do not disturb me in my slumber. It was like the worst. Looking back on it, it was so cringy. It was so cringy.
Fucking good, dude.
But I was so serious.
You're an absolute legend.
I was so serious, and I was like, if anybody touches an ounce of air next to me, and then
Elliot Rogers here.
It literally, my sister never came downstairs, which is good. My mom passed my open door and was like, "You're okay?" And I was like, "Yep." And she's like, "Okay." And that was the only interaction we had. She respected my space. I respected her, being the mom, checking up, and then instantly understanding that I didn't want to literally talk to anyone at all the entire day. And then my dad comes home, and he's like, "Hey!" And dive bombs me on my bed and is literally noogieing me. Literally noogieing a 24-year-old man. And he's like, you don't want to be bothered? And he's like, he actually said it. He was like, you want to kill yourself or something? And I was like, yeah, I do now. I wish I said that so bad.
Dude.
And I was so traumatized. I was just like, and I was just
dude, Gary's such a Chad.
And I was just, he chatted me so hard, dude. It was so alpha. And I was just like, please stop. The weakest, virgin, beg. The weakest virgin beg ever.
Daddy, no.
And he, I wish I, thought to be like, oh, if you thought I was going to kill myself, why would you even come in? But I had no retort at all. It was just pure, I just wanted to fucking die. And I was like, please go. And he was like, ugh. He realized that I was, not responding to him. And he, went away. And I was just like,
I can't breathe.
And then I just, didn't move for another, 20 hours. It was so bad.
Good times, man.
Yeah, classic. What do you think your worst, it doesn't have to be your lowest, but something that's a point that stands out to you? Have you had one?
Just in general, over my entire life?
Well, I mean, in your depressive ventures, there has to be at least something that's vivid like this was for me. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you're just constantly in a worse state than I am, and I can respect that, but
I don't have a bottom. It's just an endless pit. First in the pit with Rogers.
I mean, but I can
I don't
definitely
know.
I can definitely tell though, like when some days are worse than you for others, for sure.
Yeah. I don't know if I was lucky enough where I was just like left alone because I said I want to be alone.
True.
I never had any like, I don't know. Today.
Yeah, for me that like it was like a panic moment because I didn't think I thought I had like I thought out the message and everything and I was like this will protect me for the day and then it would just like everything went wrong and I was just like
I mean, I've had days like that, but nothing's sticking out that I can think of.
yeah.
Ugh. Well, now we get to live by ourselves and still be depressed.
I mean it's better than living alone and being depressed. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be depressed by myself if I was just slaying poon on the reg.
Ew. Don't say that.
But I'm not, and I never will be, so.
You've had the first girlfriend in here, so.
Yeah, but it almost, like, crippled my entire, like, career and, like, everything, and I was just like, I can't function. Like, yeah, I know. I don't know. That's the thing for me is that, like, was...
Get a crumb.
What what do you I want to get your input from this because I think she just the way I played it obviously was that I didn't think she was the right fit for me and I just couldn't handle the fact that she was way more obsessed with me than I was with her, so I had to end it. Or was it the fact that I just wasn't used to dating somebody and she actually was good for me?
It could be a little bit of both, but I think it was more... I knew it was going to be too much from the moment I met her.
Yeah?
Again, she's fine. She's a good person.
Yeah, she's a great person,
But
yeah.
I was like, wow, this person's very animated. And I was like, there is an energy in this room right now that is like pure.
Also, because I remember that night, she was
like overly like.
No. When she got drunk, she was overly animated, more so than she usually was.
I was just like,
and she was
oh my God.
amongst people that she hadn't been yet, so she had to like set the tone. You know?
Like someone who feels that they even have to set the tone.
No, I mean you're kind of right. You're kind of right.
Like it's just a surface thing.
No, I mean, but it is. It's more than surface.
And then I was like, oh, she's Christian, and you're like, no, it's fine. I'm just like, faith, dude.
Dude, I can't believe
just like,
the loud red flags that I ignored.
Get scammed.
The fact that she has a giant block on her table that she eats at that says "Believe" across the whole table.
It was doomed.
All of her Christmas ornaments were just like faith, and then
keep Christ.
And the first, but I mean, we never talked about any of that at all.
That's the scariest part, though.
Maybe, I don't know. And
what if
the funny thing is, she was like, "Oh, you're aggressive," and I'm like, "I'm a fucking baby." Like, you want to see the shit in Colin's closet? Because that's aggressive compared to like the fucking missionary position, basic bitch sex that we had. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh man.
Oh my God. I was like, yeah, I'm basic. Fucking, oh my God.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, no, it literally.
It was an experiment. And
no, I'm glad, I am glad I reached out to.
You're hot. Like you have.
I didn't even say that. I was just, I wouldn't even say she's hot. She's not a hot person. She is very cute and.
Can I have your number?
May I take your hat, sir?
Yeah, dude. You slayed it. That's That's a Chad move.
No, dude. Yeah,
Right
I did.
away.
I did slay it for. We were together like 6-7 months, something like that.
6, I think.
After having not been in any kind of relationship for over 7 years. So.
A long time.
Yeah. It's been such a long time. People did think of it. That played while we were at DC Golf, which is the old Fun Central. Full circle.
That's Boston's only song.
It's Foreplay Long Time is so good. Well, I'm taking my time, moving along. You never get me. So now it's time.
What a classic.
I don't know. I thought about this. We can try it out. Do you think?
This song's a banger, dude.
Do you think that exists? Is the name of the game. You say something. You come up with something.
Oh, so this is like a whole set.
This is it. As long as the song lasts, which is another minute 15. It's a short song. Do you think that exists? I had a bunch of things coming into this, being like, so my first one is like, do you think somebody has taken a mason jar and came in it so many times while holding a string above it that they made a candle, a cum candle? Do you think that exists? You think that exists? Yes or no?
In one,
Yeah, one guy just has to do it.
like in one sitting?
No, obviously not. Over time, he makes a
Before he
candle.
holds the string.
Over time,
Are you saying there's an apparatus
it's pincered.
that
It's
holds
pincered.
the string?
Yeah. There's an apparatus that
Okay,
holds a string.
just to be clear.
Do you think that exists?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I think.
Candle.
Yeah, cum candle should exist,
Yeah,
right?
It probably smells great.
All right, quick. What do you think exists?
I don't know, dude.
Anything. Could be terrible. That's the fastest song. We're restarting. I thought the song was so much longer. I thought the song was way longer than a minute 40.
Yeah,
A
while you
minute
were
40?
talking, like it's like you're like, oh, it's like
Yeah. Okay. Does it exist?
a fake.
Keep going. A fake?
A fake like horse to help mother like a foal who's been abandoned as like part of the animal.
Like
development. You know how they have.
Does it have to be animatronic?
Maybe.
Or is it like a Trojan style where it just like stands there and has like
Yeah.
teats that they like milk it out of? Kinda?
Yeah, like a whole like.
I mean, I could see that. I could see that existing in some capacity. I mean,
Yeah, like a fake surge.
maybe animatronic is like this year's version. It's the Tesla of cars of full nursing. Yeah, I'd say yes. That
Okay.
I think that exists. Yeah. So yeah, that was the first episode of our
So we got cum candles.
cum candles and full animatronic, maybe or maybe not, full mothers that help raise horse children.
Orphan horse children.
Wait for it. There it is.
Is that the Mario coin sound?
It's very close to the Mario coin sound, which is why I love hearing it. It's literally like, yeah.
First knowledge, dude.
Yeah, dude. Nice little segment there.
I had to come up with that on the spot.
Yeah.
I think it exists.
Wait, hold on. Let's see if I can pause this instantly. Yeah. Okay, cool.
He's queuing up the bangers.
No. Just to get back into where we were on that other song.
I love that song so much.
Dude, that's a Beatport staple. I wish it was long. I honestly thought it was so much longer than a minute 45. Like, I added that song to YouTube because I tried to add songs to YouTube that aren't on YouTube that I like, or that I've heard, or that I have possession of, and I added that song, and I was like, oh, Post Diligensen by Suspect Aspect from their album Minet's Vicar, 1976, I think. And some neckbeard in the commented on it, and he was like, actually, he was like, Minet's Finger was their live album that was recorded in the 90s. So, and I was like, dude, I don't fucking know. I can barely find any information about this band online. Like, tell me more, please. Tell me more about it. And he didn't say he didn't say anything.
We'll never know.
We'll never know. But dude, I've uploaded like alternate versions of like Moody Blues songs, and everyone's just like, oh, this is the version I prefer. And I'm like, this is exactly what I want. It has like 6,000 views. I'm just like, yes, yes. It's so good. So satisfying.
Yes, Queen. Dude, what if it was the Moody Reds?
No one's ever said that.
I'm angry.
I'm not sad no more. I'm angry. Dude, I saw them at the Civic Center, and I'm pretty sure that they were fake playing to like music that's pre-played.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, like, at least one of their songs they were. And I was like, oh, okay. Okay, Moody Blues, like.
Boomer shit.
Yeah, dude. And I saw Heart there as well, which is pretty good. Heart was dope. She sounds just as good as she did back when she... I don't even know what her name is, but the lead singer of Heart was pretty dope.
Aorta Jackson.
No. Please no.
Oh!
Ventrica.
Sick name.
Dude, that would be a sick name.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. Wait. Oh yeah, okay.
I was like, if it wasn't
I looked at the recording before, and it was like 4 seconds, and I was like, no fucking way. But that was that shit song that I played before.
Like, if it wasn't recording, I would just kill myself.
So, what do you think of Kronenbourg 1664?
It's okay.
It's an easy, light beer that's keeps you going. It's not supposed to be anything special, but it's a... I'm surprised you never had it. You don't recognize it? Like, it's...
I have literally never seen this beer.
Do you know...
Nope.
The drink...
Nope.
Fuck, what's it called?
No.
It's not lidocaine. It's Lucozade. You know Lucozade?
Absolutely not.
No?
I know lidocaine, though.
No, I know. But Lucozade is like orange drink of Europe. And it has like... It's like a bottle with like a tapered in top. And... The Kronenbourg 1664 has that same shape to a glass bottle with only the label's like only like this much on the top. It's like Kronenbourg, and like the rest of it's like etched into the glass. Okay, cool. You never had it, so
I've never had it. And
you should go. Yeah, it's Europe shit, I guess. So
I've never been to Europe, so
at all?
No.
How far have you gone?
Nova Scotia.
Really?
What?
You've never been to any other country?
Well,
Besides Canada. Besides Canada.
Technically, Aruba's another country.
Yeah, it is. You're right. So Aruba, Canada, U.S. Anywhere else? No?
I mean, well, technically Puerto Rico is not, but...
Yeah, I mean, that's a territory. I haven't been to Puerto Rico. I think it's definitely worth visiting as a vacation because apparently it's super cheap to go to,
I mean,
And
all the
my
islands
my
are
boss,
pretty cheap.
my boss has a dope house there, like on like a secluded private beach, and he's like, "Please rent it out from me." And I'm like, "Dude, I would eat like if you saw the house, it has like a the dude. I'm not even gonna say, but it's got like a infinity pool like style. Not it doesn't have an infinity pool, but it could.
What does that mean?
The
Is it
style
just
of house.
Is it just like a shack? And there's like
No, what do you mean?
this
No,
could have
it's
an
like a
infinity pool.
huge house that like could have an infinity pool. It has a regular pool, but it's that tier of house where it could have an infinity pool. What do you mean? I'm pretty much laying it out.
Any house could have an infinity pool.
It's expensive enough so that the people that own it could have afforded an infinity pool.
You could put in an infinity pool in Saltburg and
He has a picture in his office.
Off to the woods.
He has a picture in his office of a sunset over his pool.
So,
But it's not an infinity pool. It's an in-ground pool, 100%.
so my family owns.
And you have to take a private plane there.
owns an estate called Windsong in St. Thomas.
Okay.
It was used in a few movies in the 1950s
Really?
and 60s.
Dude, that's a sick lore right
It's
there.
it's literally like a tiered mansion. It's like right on the cliffs dropping to the ocean.
No way. That sounds spooky.
It's my great aunts. Like,
You're just like Giga inheriting everything.
no, because they have their own.
We love Colin. He's in all of our wills.
No, I just have the California house in my.
Oh, true. Which you actually do, yeah.
So we'll just move to Simi Valley, dude.
Dude, there's a my job has a position or a DC in Corona. Virus. Corona Vista.
Corona.
Corona Vista is where our district is in California.
Let me see where that is.
I mean, it was inevitable that the coronavirus should come up in this episode. What's your take? Do you think it's too hype? Do you think it's not hype enough?
That's overhyped.
Overhyped? Yeah.
People die all the time.
That is true. What do you think of the rate of spread?
I mean, think about every common cold every year, rhinovirus that spreads.
Yeah,
Same shit, dude.
true.
What is it called? Corona.
Corona Vista. I think it's like southeast of LA. I could be wrong. I know it's like LA based, I think.
Corona Vista.
Corona Vista, Amerisource Bergen.
There's a lot of. There's Bonita, California, El Cajon,
Dude.
California, Bullhead City.
Look up Amerisource Bergen, Corona Vista, and see where I'm sitting if I transferred. And then look up disc golf courses over there because actually West Coast has some disc golf courses, 100%.
Sure they do.
Because I mean, I have the ability to transfer, and their error rate with their automatic picking system is pretty terrible. I think it's the worst, and ours is second best. So I could go over there and fucking turn shit around, and they think, "Oh my god, dude, managing is so dumb."
I just keep zooming in on random fucking.
Rando Cucamonga. All right, either commit or give up.
I'm looking, dude.
Have you not? What did you search? Like
In Corona, California.
type Amerisource Bergen.
in Corona, California.
Really? And you can't find anything?
No, I found it now.
Oh, okay. Where is it in like comparison to everything else?
That's like
Like east, southeast.
Yeah, it's east, not even southeast. It's just east. It's like technically
Like almost Nevada.
Not that southeast. It's still like Los Angeles. I think that's still Los Angeles.
Like LA outskirts.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's still Los Angeles County. With Simi Valley is like the opposite direction.
True.
That's west. I mean, you could still.
Yeah, but the traffic would be
No, because
unbelievable.
technically, like where this is, you wouldn't have to go through LA to get there.
So it would only take me like an hour.
Let's see. Oh no, that's still a ways. Well,
Hour half.
hour 20.
Hour 20. Yeah, hour half.
That's too long.
I mean, I'm used to.
I mean, you could just live over there and we could hang out with
I'm used to an hour and a half just because of going down to Jersey every single weekend of my childhood, which is an hour and a half trip.
Yeah,
so that's my like
5 days a week.
that's my
though.
border. No, absolutely not. I had my internship after college in Westchester. That was hour 15 on a good day, hour 45 in traffic on 684. And I wanted to steer myself into a tree every single morning.
So good.
And I was googly eyed. Like, it doesn't matter how much time I slept. If I'm awake in the morning, I'm fucking falling asleep at my wheel. It's unbelievable. No, I really think being tired at the wheel is worse than being drunk.
Yeah.
I think
There's
so.
been days where I was like almost dozing off.
I have two scenarios. I mean, I've been very tired at the wheel, like dangerously, dozens of times. But two that stand out to me were one when I was driving to that job in Westchester, and I was on 84, and I was going around a gradual right-hand turn, and there was an exit for like scenic. Oh, you're on top of a mountain. You can look at stuff in a tech stop. And I just closed my eyes and opened them, and I was on the exit ramp, just like gradually turn around. And I was like, "Oh fuck! Oh, I just exited the highway!" And dude, I was freaking out. And then you're awake after that, obviously.
Panic mode.
And my other one was coming back from Christina's in Queens. I don't know what the scenario was or what we did the day before, but it was when we still had the Dodge Caliber that Tara crashed. That red-ass car that was the worst car I've ever driven. By the way, never get one. Dodge Caliber.
Anymore?
No, they don't. But they have a horrible CVT transmission that does not match the computer that was programmed by a different country than the people that made the car. So they didn't match up and nothing worked right. And it was a horrible car. And
It wasn't up to the Caliber.
Another gradual right-hand turn. That I just closed my eyes and opened them, and I was in the left lane instead of the right lane, and I was like, "Oh fuck! I just moved a whole lane over. I could have swiped somebody." Like those are the
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, and those are googly eyes. Like there's googly eyes, which I had every morning, which was terrible, and I could drive with googly eyes terribly. No, I mean not terribly. I can drive with it pretty well, but nobody should be driving with googly eyes. And then there was absolute tired, which was you were so tired that you would drive fine, and then all of a sudden your eyes would instantly close and instantly open. And that's absolute tired, which was totally different than googly eyes. And I had that maybe 5 or 6 times in my life. And the notable time that I had it was I guess somebody dropped. I mean, I still had that job in Westchester, and I had to drive my car back from. I parked my car at my job, even though I wasn't going to work because it was the weekend and we went somewhere else south of there. And then somebody dropped me back off of my car in Westchester, and I had to drive the hour 15 home late night, like 3 a.m. And I was exhausted. I was so exhausted that I got up 684, I went to 84, and then I got onto Connick. And when I got onto Connick, which is like over an hour into the drive, every shadow that was on the side of the road that my headlights were projecting turned into like human figures that were leaning over the road, and I was like, "Oh shit, there's people." And I'm like, "What am I seeing? Like, what?" And like I was just seeing like figures on the sides of the roads. I was literally hallucinating. And then I was like, I need to fucking get home. And I was like, 10 minutes from home, I get off my exit. I get off my, like, all the side roads. And as I'm turning onto my road that's a dead end, that's like a half mile long.
Yeah.
I turn on and there's fog to add to everything. I turn onto my road and the cloud of fog that's like drifting over like the intersection of my road hits my windshield and I see a face like in the fog.
This is
and
scary.
it hits my windshield and I slam the brakes on. I'm like, oh fuck. Like it was a face that was just like, "Argh!" And I was just like, ah. And then I slammed the brakes and I was like, oh fuck. And then I woke up and I was like, I can't, like, I guess I came to. I don't even know. I was so tired. And I was just like, I just fucking hit the brakes from a fog fucking cloud. And I was so mad. And I was just like, fuck. And I just like floored it like down the road a half mile home. And I was just like, I need to fucking go to bed. Like, this is not safe. Like,
I must have been a gig of sleep.
dude, it was, oh my God, dude. That's the most scared I've been driving.
Crazy.
Like literally hallucinating driving. And I've hallucinated 3 times, I think, driving, and that's the worst. That's the worst example, 100%. Other times, I've just been like one time I was driving like up to the cabin after work, like 3 years ago, I think, and I was just like, I'd be on 87 for like, because you have to go on 87 for like hours, like hours, and I'm just like, and like I close my eyes and I'd open them, it'd be like a quarter mile. I'm just like, oh fuck.
That's dangerous.
No, it's not good at all. But I mean, googly eyes, I can somehow manage to drive.
Dude,
yeah,
self-driving cars, man.
Yeah.
Imagine just being like boop and then just like.
Yeah, so we're not going to talk about my techniques to try and stay awake because that's another conversation for another day that WarClan loves to make fun of.
I didn't even know the techniques. Technique.
Please.
Technique.
Satchels is laughing in his chair right now. You don't know the techniques?
No.
Please, dude.
I've never heard.
Please,
you
dude.
talk
We're
about
not going to talk about them because they're not. They're not podcast safe. They're not podcast
What does
safe.
that mean?
Dude, no, we're not talking about it. We're not talking.
What does that
There's
mean?
techniques to like stay awake while you're driving. When it comes down to the nitty gritty, and what do you mean? What do you mean? All of Discord has made fun of me for it before.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah, the video that
I
makes so much sense that you haven't seen the video. And
the only techniques I know are like opening the windows, putting on
please. I mean, I'd bite my tongue, punch my thighs, but beyond that, we're not going to talk about it. It's not going to happen right now. It's.
You just pile drive your penis.
And then some. Yeah, we're not even getting into it.
What does that mean?
We're not even getting into it, dude.
This is a whole new world.
No, because it's already over. Like, if you're tired and you're driving, pull over.
Yeah.
Pull over and take a little nap. I didn't do that, but you should. That's the moral, and that's what we're keeping it at.
The way you're playing this off is...
No, it's bad, dude. I don't want to say anything. I can't. I can't say it on air.
I don't want to know now.
No, good.
You're acting like
I'm
it's
very
cursed.
surprised. It is cursed. It's very cursed. I don't know how you don't know about it.
Is it like...
WarClan has made fun of me for it for so long.
No.
Okay, then you don't know about it, so it's fine.
What?
Do whatever you can to stay awake, and if you can't, pull over and take a nap. Is the moral of the story. And that's all you're getting. I'll tell you more off cam.
No, I don't want to know now.
Oh, good, because I don't want to tell you either.
What?
I'm surprised.
I'm uncomfortable.
I'm surprised you don't know.
I'm uncomfortable.
Do you want to know?
No, I don't.
Good, because I'm not gonna...
I don't want to know.
I mean, everyone listening could probably guess. I've already like tried to hide it. What do you think?
That?
What do you think?
I don't know.
No, I'm not even gonna.
Don't
I'm not
tell
even
me.
gonna.
Don't
That's
tell me.
it. That's already it. It's already it. It's cursed knowledge. Cursed knowledge. I'm alive right now. Everyone else is alive that I've ever been in contact with. So Proof that I'm a good driver.
Oh my god.
Flawless driver. And that's
This
it.
is how we're ending.
That's
the
it. That's it. That's how you do it. Yeah, keep burping. This is how it ends. Just end it with the slapper. That's all you can do. Raga Bhupali by Sharanjeet Singh. I know Satchow's gonna post in Discord hard after this episode, so shut the fuck up. Alright?
Dude, I don't know.
Dude, you don't wanna know, don't worry about it. Just let Raga Bhupali bring the podcast out.
You can imagine over the synthesizer.